Innovative content. Global audience.
Film is a major form of entertainment, and a world where there is so much stress, hardship, and tension. What can we do, or what can you do without a film? Now, this is World of Cinema, where I bring you everything there is to film. I'm talking about our superstars, especially those in Nigeria, where I am from. Yes, I love Nollywood. We can't help but celebrate them because over the years they have actually grown. We've seen Nollywood evolve into something very, very huge. Not just big, but huge. And they are making us proud. Now, my guest today is somebody that has been in the industry for decades. Yes, is one of the veteran, one of the people who has put a lot of smiles on our faces when we actually grew up watching him. He has acted over 100 movies, and of course, he has acted with all our celebrities like himself. Talking about Peter Doche, Uncle Jacob, Ini Edo, Mercy Johnson, name it but a few. And he has acted in movies such as Royal King, Extreme Measure, Missing Child, and many more. I could go on and on. Yes, I know you're already wondering who is this person. Like on this show, I cannot let you down. He is no other. But before then, watch this and we'll be back.
Honey, what about the nanny replacement?
I think I may have found someone. Come with me.
Why would you want to work as a nanny?
I really need this job.
What inspired you to do this?
My mom, she's a single mother. Her family turned her out when the boy who got her pregnant denied her.
I've been going through stuff. What stuff? I just can't lay my fingers on what it is. I'm not happy.
I'm the luckiest daughter alive to have you as my mother.
Tell me about her.
Ngozi Odili is definitely a paragon of virtue. Something wrong?
Tell me about your childhood, friends. I got you a laptop. You know how to drive?
Oh, sir.
Who owns the car you came back with? And when did you learn how to drive?
Are you sleeping with my boss?
It is men that I don't trust.
The most unnerving part of it is that he won't even stop talking about you.
Sir, why are you really doing all this? Goodbye, Mr. Obasi.
Yes, my guest today is the very famous, popular, award-winning Emeka Amakenze. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Good
How are you
evening.
today?
Thank you for having me on your show. I'm good. I'm good.
How is London treating you?
I'm in Nigeria at the moment.
Okay, so let's
Yeah.
talk about film. I know you're one of the big producers we have in the movie industry. You're not just an actor, but a scriptwriter, a producer, a director as well, a full package, I will always say. Now, tell us, how did you get into Nollywood? Or you have to bring your phone settings back, and then you tell us how your journey into Nollywood.
Well, sorry about that. Um, it has
Okay, I think we're having a little bit of network issues.
been
Network not today. I have a superstar here, so not today. Yes, sir, go ahead.
so it has been an interesting journey, being a part of Nollywood all these years and contributing our quota and you know being playing different characters and seeing myself from different lenses. It's been truly amazing.
Now a world in Hollywood is one of the industry that I know that is betting new faces, new talents on daily basis. But you're still very, very relevant. What is the secret?
Well, I think that it all has to do with knowing your craft
Okay.
and knowing the fact that there's always a phase. You start out from playing, you know, the age brackets of the different phases of the industry. So when you understand that you cannot always play that little boy of 17 or 18 or 20, and then honing your craft to blend in with all these different characters, different age cadres, and all that, and knowing your craft. I think that's the secret of being relevant.
Right, that is interesting. Now, we know that you've been in the industry for so long. Now, we've practically seen the industry evolve into something more interesting, more bigger. Now, how would you rate the Nollywood of then and now? What are some of the progress that has been made so far?
Well, the Nollywood of then and now, I can say that basically we have uh, a far reach, into the world cinema, right? Breaking boundaries and all that. And people don't only watch our movies because it is our thing, but now they watch because we technically we are getting at par with what is obtainable everywhere in the world. You get to see high quality pictures and all that, better story lines, and um, but then the Nollywood of then still told our stories, and we still made use of what we had then, and to tell these stories and push them to the world. But today, I think we're breaking into the world. Breaking into the world market is one of the biggest differences. You know, Breaking into the world market and getting people to actually buy these movies, buy the rights to these movies, and I think that's the hugest difference.
Wow. And now, talking about beginning into the biggest market or well, being one of the biggest industry in the world. Now, we've seen that funding is a major problem in the sense that the government don't tend to patronize or even see that sector as one sector that can even contribute to the GDP or a sector that is thriving on its own and is quite big. Now, how is funding in Nollywood?
Funding has always been a very big issue. Basically, people had always it has always been self-funded. People um, bring money, some just whichever way they can. It's individual contributions. One or two persons can come together and make these movies. And because it wasn't data based, you Nollywood couldn't really get corporate bodies to invest, because you can't really say we didn't have that data where you can say, okay, if I make this movie, it's going to sell. You have verifiable data that if you sell this movie, it's going to make 10 million, 11 million, 100 million, 2 billion. We didn't have that verifiable data. So it was difficult getting corporate bodies and international bodies to sponsor these movies because whether you like it or not, people will talk about ROI, and you can't talk about ROI when you don't have verifiable data. So, but with the turnout of events, figures from cinemas and all that, we started having verifiable figures that people can work with. And you now begin to see corporate bodies coming in to fund some of these movies. Government actually, government still needs to do a whole lot more when it comes to funding. But for now, a whole lot of the movies being made are individually funded.
And apart
And
from the funding, go
yeah,
ahead. Go ahead.
it's really not easy. It's really not easy.
I understand. And apart from the funding, what are some of the major challenges you have in putting these films together? Now I'm asking this as a producer, a director, and actor as well.
Yeah. Oh, another thing, in fact, presently, one of the biggest challenges is security. Some of the biggest challenges now, because there are some movies you want to do because of the security challenges we've been having. A whole lot of people, try to cut down um, some projects and all that. Apart from that, apart from the security challenges, we also have uh, the funding issue. These are challenges that um, we face. These are the challenges that we face. Apart from that, we have the actors, the materials to make this film. The actors are there. We have beautiful storylines, and um, yeah, we have those things. Apart from the funding, the security challenges, I think they are the biggest problems we have now.
Wow. And now, when you see like a developed country, I will always ask this in my show because we're only looking for a way to move a Nollywood to a more bigger space. When we talk about funding, you see that, for instance, here, now there is something that is called the Film Fund. And these are some of the things we don't have in Nigeria. And of course, here you could make a movie here in London, and the government tell you, okay, make a movie here, do a movie, we'll give you back the 20% of your spendings, right? Now, how do you think the government can come into this? Because funding, and I'm aware also that most of the people funding the movies are not, most of them are not from Nollywood actors, but per se, so they just come to do business.
Yeah, yeah. Well, there's nothing more that can be said that the government doesn't know already. They know these things. They go outside, they see these things, all right, and they know. But implementing it here becomes a huge problem. And I wouldn't say, okay, this is the reason they don't want to implement such policies down here. You know, well, the people we still, like I said before, is still basically individually funded. Still look at people from outside the industry, corporate bodies coming together to sponsor the movies. Nobody is talking about the government coming to say, okay, if you make this movie here, we'll give you 20% of the movie. It will be nice. It will be nice to have it here, but I don't see the possibility for now.
Okay, and when we talk about Nollywood in general, there is a very popular Nollywood actor. Let me throw you there, then we'll come back. That says, like 2 days ago, that Nollywood has become a place where people they just come into loafers, to be precise, portraying as actors, as film people, and at the end of the day, they do other business in Nollywood. And that is coming from we call him Mr. Johnson, but his name is actually Chasi Noje. Now, that is a comment from a very veteran. He said that Nollywood has become a place where people come to cover what they do in the name of being actors, and at the end of the day, they are involved in other things. Now, we know that you have a lot of interlopers in the industry as well. in as much as we have professionals, in as much as we have people that that comes with so much passion and talent. Now we have a lot of people in the industry. Does this also the fact that it's people that are not supposed to be funding the movies are not funding, and because they bring the money, they dictate what you do or who to bring on board?
Well, um, I first of all, I totally agree with that submission from Chelsea Noje. I mean, it was spot on, right? And then, unfortunately, whether we like it or not, they say the who pays the piper, the test the tune, right? When people who are not who just come into the industry, you know, just they're business people, they the art, the making of the art is not their concern. Theirs is to make money. Well, it doesn't matter to them how you do it on whatever you do. For them, it's just make my money. That's it. So you get to see some of those things, and it's sad, but there's nothing we can do about it. There's nothing we can do about it.
Yes, it's quite sad. And now let's talk about you in the industry. You have I practically grew up watching you. Like you've been in the industry for so long. You do movies, you write, you produce, you direct. How do you dabble into all this?
Well, you know, when you when you have a passion for something, you try to really explore it. You really try to explore it. And when you don't place limitations on yourself, you will really do that exploitation. You know, you explore. So I, like almost all of us, we came in as actors, you know, to to act. And then you look at certain stories, and you tell yourself, I could do better. You know, I could write better stories. I could do something. I could tell the stories from this perspectives, and then you see yourself doing that. You know, writing the stories, and people like your stories and make demands for more. And you see yourself, um, becoming a script writer, and that was how I also, you know, went into writing. Yeah, I remember um, the first script I wrote that was short was Maidens, Maidens, and when Maidens was short, it came out, and I won best screenplay with Maidens. That was in Zafar Awards 2011 in London, and it was huge for me, and it encouraged me to write more. So I I was like, I saw it as that sign to write more, to do more, you know, as regards writing. And I never stopped. I kept writing and writing and writing. So and from that to when you write the stories, and sometimes you write the stories and then you tell yourself, okay, the beauty of this story that I have written is bringing it to life. You create these characters and you give them life, and then you want to bring it to life on the screen, and you start learning the rudiments of directing, and I mean
Wow, that
that's
is
some way.
that's interesting. Okay, which of the movies you say was the most challenging for you as an actor? I know, like every script is challenging, but it must at least you have one that is quite acting words like you gave it all.
Okay, I would say that it was the first film that I produced. So the first film I produced. Um, what made it challenging was that basically, I see every role I've ever played as, seeing new characters and convincingly playing the character. So none of them has really been that much of a challenge. But why this one became a challenge was that the character I played, the director, Matthew Ajalis, and we had a meeting, and then the director of photography, and we had this meeting prior to shoot, and they said, I think it was either Fortune Kessy or Old School as Matthew Ajaris who came up with that idea. Either of them said that it would be nice if I could spread my hair, my beard, my mustache, to play that character. And I was like, the Chris. So at the end of the day, we're like, okay, let's vote, and they all voted against me. So I now went to the barber, and then the hair, the
Wow.
beards, the mustache, the brows, everything.
And I think that is one of your identity in Nollywood. I don't know. I've never seen you with that beard or hair before.
So
Wow, that must be very, very, very like touching. Taking all
yeah,
that.
that was when we shot the incarnate of the movie. So I shaved everything, and I was looking so ugly. so, so we had to, seeing myself. I've never seen myself in that light before, and trying to compose myself, and knowing that, okay, your hair is not there, your beards, and forget the fine boy status or anything. So, but um taking it all in and still playing the character convincingly was what I think is the most challenging for me.
Wow, that is interesting. And the ability for you to actually play every role very well makes you a good actor. And we love
Yeah,
what
yeah.
you do. Now let's talk about your journey into the industry, and now you produce, you direct, like I said, and of course you write script as well. Now, over the years, how many films would you say you have produced, you have acted on, or you have written? Can you give us a little database?
Um,
I know usually you lost count because you're busy from one, it's usually back to back. So I understand. I understand.
honestly, I've lost count. Honestly, I have. I used to, back in the day, we used to count, but at some point, you just be like, I beg, nothing to count again.
Because you will always be there. It's going to be
Yeah,
either Nollywood or Nollywood. So we there here steady. I understand.
definitely,
Who were
definitely.
who were some of your mentors when you came into Nollywood? Who were the people you actually looked up to and you say, oh, these are good actors? And of course, they gives you that that soft landing. When you have somebody you look up to in any industry, it
Yeah.
gives you a kind of more passion for it. Who were these people?
Oh, I've always loved Francis Duru. I've
Ah,
always loved Francis Duru. Yes,
all
yes.
right. Okay.
Yeah, and yeah, he has, he's one actor I've always loved to watch his act and all that. So when I came into the way he's just so fluid that he fits into every role, and the way he carries his interpretations and all that. So I was just um, looking at him, all right, and then internationally, I love Denzel Washington. So these two guys are people that really, um, inspired me, motivated me.
And now, if we know that you also inspire so much, a lot, I know, and a lot of people look up to you. I met somebody in Abuja before I came to London, and he kept talking
Yeah.
about Emeka and McKinsey. Emeka, and I'm like, okay. So we know that you have quite a lot of people as well that look up to you, and that is a good thing in the industry.
Yeah.
Now, if you were to be a president of Nigeria for 1 week, or prevention in the future, what is that thing you would change in Nollywood?
In Hollywood. Well, what would I change? I think um, the biggest thing would be the first thing would be to open up the markets. You know, open up the markets, um, build more cinemas, and um, have intervention funds. Have intervention funds. So with these intervention funds and opening up markets, the practitioners, the actors, the producers, will have return on investment, and that will entail the growth of the industry, sustainability of the actors. Hungry, they say, hungry man is an angry man.
That is
So when
true.
you have a well-fed industry, and because come on, once in a while you get to see some of us getting sick, and we are seeking funds for medical interventions and all that, because people have this wrong impression that actors are very rich, or this societal expectation that
You guys are rich
actors.
now. You people are not rich. We look up to you people, oh, all the flamboyant lifestyle, the paparazzi, small girl with big girl kind of thing. We look up to you people, oh.
So, taking care of that would be, it would be really, it would be a game changer for practitioners.
And if you could be a president of the Nigerian movie industry, HEF, if I'm correct, right?
We have AGM, we have DGM, we have, yeah, all the
Now, if
guilds.
any of these, we have a lot of bodies. If you could be any other president, what would you change immediately, or what would you add immediately? Is it the same thing or something else?
The thing is, being a president of any guild it doesn't give you, not really, it doesn't give you that power to change, to make an all-encompassing change in Nollywood. It's just like changing from your home to other places and all that. So, but being a president of any of the guilds, every guild has its own challenge. They have their own challenges and all that. So, being a president of any guild, changing anything would be peculiar to the challenges of that particular guild. All right, and uh, all in all, being a president is doing something that will benefit the members of that guild. Being a president of the Directors Guild, having trainings for members of the Directors Guild will be a game-changing policy. All right, being a president of Actors Guild of Nigeria, making sure that every actor is appreciated for their role, is paid. Every actor has value for the role they play. They are paid. Will also be game changing. So different guilds have different demands.
Well, viewers, this is the world of cinema where I bring you everything there is to film, and of course, our superstars. Don't go anywhere. Let's see some of his movies, and we'll be right back.
When you came here,
I no go lie, she entered my eye.
Now so they be 12 now for body. Hot.
I've decided to buy you a car. Look at it in my phone. It's worth 5 million.
Can you repeat what you said my husband does to you? I say, sir, Sabi told me about very well.
hey, can you tell my wife that I know nothing about how to turn you on?
Okay, just lie now.
I have a big problem on my hands now. And I know you are the only one that can save me.
What took you so long? This is now one important person in knock safe. You must be mad.
You see this ATM card? There's a lot of money in it. I want you to use it and do shopping.
Madam, as you be jobless housewife like this, and you don't even dey do anything for this whole house, you know, do you like say your life bends small or even dey useless? Can you imagine what this little rat stood in my face to say to me?
Listen,
Sir,
what exactly is your problem?
from the bottom of my heart, I want tell you, say, the way you did a scream last night. Baby, you are killing me, baby. Don't stop, harder. My better performance, and to the glory of womanhood.
That is quite hilarious. That is funny. Yet again, we'll see another clip and we'll be right back.
Sometimes a man needs to fight to be a man.
So you don't reach to drag me like this.
I don't come. You know they see far. Your eyes just stay like this for seconds.
It will be very easy for you to convince a man and make him think you know himself.
When my gratuity lands in my account, I will buy the entire Nigerian police force.
Sir,
I don't want to hear any foolish statement from you.
as an investor, I'm trying to make a wise decision.
Your father's gratuity is my retirement plan. How much do you have on you now?
100,000 naira debit alert.
I want my money, my friend.
Tell your father to lend us like 10 million.
And they quick the vex. And you know they had me to slap her face.
Come on, say cheese.
Say yeah. Say yeah. What is cheese? Say yeah.
Daddy,
Yes, darling.
I want to see my mommy.
Sweetheart, how do I explain to you that you cannot see your mommy again?
Why can't I see my mommy again?
Chima, I want to be free. I'm tired of being locked up all alone in this room. I want to walk past that door and go and spend time with my daughter. Don't you understand? I want to see my daughter.
I need you to understand that you can never leave this room. And you will never spend time with our daughter again.
No, you don't do that. Do what? You just made mommy's cake and now you're licking your fingers. Who does that?
Me? You see, that girl always makes me look bad before her father. I will not take it anymore. I have to put that child in her place. If not, she will destroy my relationship. I can no longer hide the fact that I can't stand any girl around you. I want to be the only girl in your life. I want to be the girl your heart beats for.
Please.
I will walk out of this relationship and I will not look back.
I'm going to start all over again and you know that.
Are you seeing someone else? Are you cheating on me? Chima, don't do this! Don't! Chima, don't do this! Chima! No. Are you a ritualist? Why do you keep locking that door? What's in there? Who is in there?
Welcome back, viewers, from that quick break. Yes, you've seen some of his movies. You know how I do it here. I bring you superstars, and this is the world of cinema. Now, Amika, which
Yeah.
what is the fun thing about the job you do as an actor, director, and a producer? And which one do you love doing the most?
The fun part is being able to be different people at different times. Playing different characters. Today you're a good guy. Tomorrow you're a bad guy. The next day you're a good husband. You're a bad husband. Getting to play different characters. That's the fun part. And then for me, I don't know about any other person. Directing gives it gives me more fulfillment. Knowing that you are creating this story and you're making something, you're creating a story, you're putting all these things together. It's like playing a god, building characters and all that, and then still down to what you have done. And for me, the easier one is acting. For me, it's easier.
Because you don't have to have
You don't
somebody telling somebody what to do, looking for something. You
now.
just sit and you take your lines, and that's all.
You just sit down and then somebody tells you what to do. It's somebody's headache to tell you what you do. You don't do it well. The person tells you to do it again until you get what they want. So the headache is not on you; it's on the director. So for me, but directing is more fulfilling for me.
Wow.
But acting
Now,
is easier.
yes, I love that. And do you have any project right now that you were working on?
Yes, yeah. I'm working on something and I'm still putting it together. We soon start principal shooting, but for now, just putting it together. I still, I'm still, I'm still having fun. Um, I'm going to cinemas and all that to watch our the latest film I did with people, and it's been fun. And it's coming to your city. It's coming to your city soon.
Are we talking
Ah,
about Mami Wata? Something like that.
yes, yes, yeah. It's coming to your city. It's
You
premiering
actually
in,
directed that movie, you wrote or you produced or you just acted.
no, 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 no. CJ Obasi. CJ
Okay.
Obasi wrote and directed. Oge Obasi produced. I I acted.
How was it like? I saw the trailer, and it's something different. The costumes and everything, even the lines and all that. How was acting of that movie like?
It is it's something that um it would have been really it would have been hard or harder than it was, but because we were prepared for it, CJ actually knew what he wanted and planned for it, and so he got everybody prepared. Like I know we had to see a couple of before we started filming, we had to see a couple of black and white movies.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, that is what you
the,
really about that movie, the black and white part of it.
yeah, yeah. The cast and crew would come to the hall and sit down and see these movies, all you know, just a way to prepare ourselves for what we were going to do. And then, we went out there. There were challenges, a whole lot of challenges from funding and all that. But when you have people who know what they really want and they really want to go for it, you can't help but, you know, follow with that, flow with the spirit of that endeavor. And we came out with something exciting, which the whole world is really, really enjoying.
I can't wait to see that movie myself. And let's talk about Nollywood. Now, there is
Okay.
something we've noticed in Nollywood, the click. There are clicks in Nollywood. And
Hmm.
we know as well that as producers or as director, I don't know who used to, pick the casting. We see that apparently some producers are just okay. They're good to go with a particular set of people, and then when you watch their movies, you tend to see the faces over and over again. Is that a good thing when we talk about production of movies?
Well, for some people, is an filmmaking is an expression of art. For some others, it is purely business. If this thing, like they will tell you, you don't change a winning team. Some will tell you, you don't change a winning team. Okay, if this team is winning for me, if this particular set of people is winning for me, there's no need to change and all that. I wouldn't say it's good for the industry, but one thing is it's not a peculiar thing, to the industry. It's what obtains everywhere. There will always, always be clickism. There will always be all those things, whether you like it or not. It's going to be there. Godfatherism and all that. Okay, so um, but
Among the young people, let's go to the
yeah,
younger generation now. You know, you're getting older, Uncle Emeka. Let's be sincere.
of course,
So
that's
we're talking about the younger generation. As I said
yeah,
earlier, Nollywood is actually betting on new people, new talents on
yeah,
DJ basis. And then we see a lot of young people with talent, with passion coming
very
in.
talented young people,
Yes.
very
And one
talented.
thing,
I see
one
you.
thing, yeah, one thing I love about the industry is that the ability, the fact that you give a script to some of your colleague and you people just deliver. You don't need the 10 years to read a line. You don't need 1 year. And the film comes out perfectly okay. I think it's something we should applaud you guys for.
Thank
Yeah.
you, thank you,
I
thank
know.
you. The thing is,
Yeah, I've seen another industry, not Nollywood, where I was opportunity to be there, and they kept say they can't take this, they have to give them time to go through the script, and such a long time, months. And like, okay, I think in my country we can do better. I know we can do better. We have the raw talent. Now, how optimistic are you, Uncle Maker, that these young people will build on the legacies you have built or you will leave behind eventually?
no, I am very, very optimistic. Very. I see every day you see young people, you see talented, you see them. There are movies I watch and I'll be like, yes, this is it. All right, this is it. This guy is fantastic. This girl is fantastic. And there are even a whole lot of others who sometimes I'll be like, oh my God, I wish I have the opportunity to make a film that is going to allow the world to see this particular talent. There are a whole lot of others who don't have the opportunity to probably play leading roles or be in big budget movies and all that. But we have a whole lot of talented young boys and girls, and I am very optimistic that they will push Nollywood far beyond what we have done.
And that is what we want to hear. The fact that Nollywood is not just longer in the place of within restrained to a particular area. We are top in the world, and we say kudos, well done to all
Yeah,
you.
even the young directors. There's some of these guys that they have these crazy ideas, and you see them. They know their crafts. They don't just know their onions. They know how to fry them. So I'm really, really optimistic.
I love that. I love that. And then, Uncle Mika, let's talk about the younger generation still. Now, a lot of them are coming into the industry. Some are being carried away, while some are holding on to why they are there. Now, what can we do, or what would be your advice to them? I'm talking about your colleague. Now, we see a lot of fake lifestyle. Of course, they have to impress us now. How far now? They not impress us. Of course, you know when they say somebody in a superstar, you will live up to the name now. But anyway, me, I like to hang my clothes where my hands can get to. So I just believe every other person should live like that. Now, let's talk about the fake lifestyle. Let's talk about the young and some. We know, like Uncle Chad said, a lot of people are there for another business. So it's just that fear not gonna allow person talk. But we know, say, e get wetin carry them go there, sure, not be the film. So they're just using it to front. But what should we do, or what would be your advice to them? You see a lot of people, and people have the opinion that is it not the same money they earn? You will see a guy earning the same amount, a guy that is more talented, and you will see a guy that just come in. The next thing they're buying the world, and they're telling you the film is paying small girl, small get big girl kind of story. And then I did ask one of your colleague I brought here, and he said, we guys, we don't show off. We might have all these things, we just keep them. But the girls, one small thing, the internet, they will paint it all colors. So, do you share this opinion? And sincerely, what would be your advice to your younger colleagues?
There's one thing I've always done. Excuse me. There's one thing I've always done, and that is like I always put it. I say I measure my own success with my own ruler or tape. That's how I measure my own success. I do not measure my own success with other people's successes. No. The moment you begin to look at this person has bought a new car, I have to buy a new car, your problem begins. And then I have never tried to impress anybody. All right. I see myself as the way everybody wakes up in the morning and go to work. That's the way I see myself. So the fact that you see me on TV, if you recognize me anywhere and probably, that's making McKenzie. For me, it's a privilege. All right. So I don't let that get into my head because I just see myself as the average worker. I go to work. This is my own job. The only difference is that you see me on TV. All right. So I don't let that get into my head. And societal expectations. If you like, expect from here to heaven. It's none of my business. It is your expectation. I'll do me. Right? So the young people, a whole lot of the society will expect that as an actor, okay, you're a celebrity. You should be driving 2023 Range Rover. And then you want to impress. You want to live up to that societal expectation. These things are fine, having good cars, mansions, and all that. Nice, beautiful. But when you know that you can't afford them, but you want to impress the society, you want to live up to societal expectations, you're in trouble. So, what I would tell anybody is be yourself. Don't try to impress the society. Don't. The moment you begin to do that, or the moment you begin to compete with anybody, it's that competition that you see somebody, whatever you do, you want to bring it on social media, you want to post whatever little thing you do to show the other person that I have done it. It's you just stay away from those things, stay focused in why you are in the industry. And that brings me to the reason people come into the industry. Some people come because they are looking for a job, they're looking for opportunity to earn a living. So whatever goes on, the person does because they are there to look for a way to earn a living. Some are there because of the passion they have for acting. And you see them, they do their business, they act and they go. Some come into the industry because they want to rebrand their hookup or gigolo business. By all means, they do their rebranding and move on with their business. So it is left for you to know why you are here, why you are in the industry, and then stay focused and do your thing.
I'm going to
Because
make a
when
set because we know that the competition, especially among some of the ladies, is quite fierce.
yeah,
We know that.
yeah, yeah.
And
But
let's go a little bit deep before I let you go. Let's talk about
okay,
sex for roles.
okay, okay. Well, there's one thing I can. Okay, let me start by saying that.
And not just
No,
sex for roles, Uncle Emeka. I've seen
yeah,
where producers said you even see ladies coming that okay, I will pay just to be in the movie.
yeah.
It's getting to
So we
that
had,
extent.
yeah, it got that bad that people come in, just like I said, different people came into the industry with um, different motives. All right. For somebody who came for the branding, these are the people who would want to pay you to be in your movie. They will pay you to be on the poster of your movie and all that. All right. And then because they are looking for something, it's not the money you want to pay them, the peanut you want to pay them that is their concern. No, they want to. Nollywood is a global billboard.
That
So
is true.
being in a film
To
is
the world. No, that is a good thing about being a superstar, right? The fact that
yeah,
you go to the mall and they will honor you more than me. But that is the truth. That is some of the benefit that comes with it. I believe that's why everybody wants to be there. The celebrity,
yeah. So
you easily recognize.
when we talk about sexual role, it's two pronged. Some directors, some producers demand sexual roles, and then some people already have it in mind. In fact, some people have already made up their mind that they will sleep with anybody as long as they get what they want. So they already have that intention. All right. So they come, they will make it clear to you that I can do anything. And sometimes you see certain stories, you see somebody, they sleep with different directors or producers, and they don't have what it takes to, they don't have the act, they can't act to save their lives. And then when they stay with all those people and nothing comes out of it, you see them singing songs of how people are demanding sex and they didn't want to do it and they had to blacklist them and all that. You see, there are also a whole lot of girls who didn't do it or who didn't do it, but because they have the talent, because they can act, you one day you see call them, they would have done making your movie, you would have finished paying them before you realize, maybe this person where I be one, I said I'm not gonna give you before, but because they had the talent. So these are so many factors around this terrible, as I see it as a very terrible thing. It actually denies some people, good actors, the opportunity of doing what they really want to do. So it's not a nice thing anyway. It's not.
Yes, it's not a nice thing, but for those that are actually there for the good cause, for promoting the industry, we say well done, people like you who over the years you stay true to yourself. That is for sure. That is one thing I know for sure. I follow each of you carefully on social media, and I can tell when somebody is living a fake life. We know people now when they do one, and we know
Yes,
the ones when they do well. It's not hidden,
we
it's
don't
there.
get strength. We don't get strength for fake life.
Yes, and that is one thing I actually love about you and some other people in the industry. Just before we let you go, leave a word for your fans.
Oh man, the there wouldn't have been me as I am today in the industry without the people who have loved me, loved my craft, supported me, and as a very appreciative soul, I say thank you to all my fans for being there for me, for supporting me, and just for being there for me. And I just want to thank them and um, beg them to keep supporting me. We still have. I never do. We never reach. I mean, I never even play elders like Pete Edochie and all of them. So we still need a lot of support.
Of course. Of course. But how is it like, Uncle Emeka? How is it like acting with Uncle Peter Doshi, Uncle Olu Jacob, and those old timers in the industry?
Yeah,
Patience is up and the rest. How is it like?
that is where you see there's that difference acting with these people, and that is somewhere a whole lot of the new actors need to learn. Work ethics, loyalty to the craft. Working with these people like Peter Doche, Olu Jacobs, and all that, these people, Patience Ozoko, these people are professional to the core, right? And you're working with them, they do what once they know you know what you're doing, they listen to you and they are professional to the core, they're loyal to you as a director, as long as you know what you're doing. It's not about for them. It's not about okay. Just I need to get to somewhere. I have an appointment, and we have a plan. We have a schedule, and they keep to that
Because that's
schedule.
one
And
thing that we see. Or people used to accuse their colleague of, they take they're paid to do a job and they don't show up on time. They keep others
yeah,
waiting, especially the younger ones.
yeah, yeah. So when you work with these older guys, you're working with people who came into the industry as they were passionate about what they wanted to do, and it's always beautiful working with them. It's always beautiful.
Wow. Uncle Emeka, thank you so very much for being on the show today. I feel like flying, I feel like jumping, I feel like shouting, but of course I don't have wings, I can't fly, you see. So, but it's really such a great honor to have you, speak with you one-on-one. People get to hear from you, people get to know you. We have a lot of people as well that will say, okay, this is Emeka, I've heard from him, his mouth, and okay, I know this is a maker, and that's the good thing of having you people here in the media. And thanks for all you do. The industry is really evolving, and it's gone are the days. But now, when you say Nollywood, even everywhere in the world, even here, I met a lady here that said, I come and me download your movies. What do I do? I love watching them, and she is from here. I was like, so I was shocked, but that is the truth.
Yeah, yeah,
We have really gone far. It's amazing to know that people is no longer the era where they say they are Africans, they have nothing to offer. It's one thing that the Nigeria industry is actually showcasing, not just Nigeria, but Africa as a whole to the world. And it's quite relieving and refreshing to see people, talk about us. I was at the airport and the lady kept disturbing me. Please, I need some of the movies from your place. They are really the way the costumes and everything is just something. And all this kudos to all what you do, everybody in the industry. We are super proud of Nollywood. And of course, all of you are there putting all hands on deck. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
thank you, and make sure you and all your friends and all everybody, come out to watch Mami Water from the 17th of November. It's
Okay.
premiering all over
Okay,
UK. So
before you go, can you just tell us a little bit about that movie? Or you don't want to spill? We should wait. I'm really thinking you should tell us
the,
something.
the beautiful thing about that movie is that let me take one thing, and that is one thing I've always tried to make our people understand. The the position the position of women in African society, the position, women have this strong social, political, and economic position in traditional African society. So that movie also tries to exploit, spiritual powers, political powers, leadership. Women had all that in traditional African society. And it is one thing I would also want the modern woman to also be in tune with and understand that as Africans, women were not just seen, they were heard.
Unlike the belief, that no, they don't hear them. They are just
That's because a whole lot of us, a whole lot of the younger generation don't know their stories. They don't know their roots. If they really, and it's the reason we still need to do more as filmmakers, in telling our stories. If we don't tell our stories, nobody, would tell them for us. So it's really when you look at the position of women, the dynamics of being a woman in traditional African society, you will marvel. It's amazing thing. So it just starts with
it's amazing. I'm happy to be a woman as well. Well, thanks for that. I love that. Anyway, thank you so much, Uncle Emeka. Thank you, viewers. Yes, this is Emeka Amakenze. He is so humble. He is so down to earth. You see, you needed to see he was telling me he missed my call. Oh, sorry. Amo, the new one's not doing Amo. You're your own. So we are happy to have somebody like him in the industry. Well, thank you. I've been on the show with Emeka Mackenzie, famous Nollywood actor, director, producer, scriptwriter, award-winning superstar. Thank you so much for being on my show. I appreciate your time. And keep doing what you do. We are proud of you and the industry as a whole.
Thank you, Princess. Thank you for having me. It's been an amazing evening.
Thank you so much.
Daddy.
Yes, darling.
I want to see my mommy.
Sweetheart, how do I explain to you that you cannot see your mommy again?
Why can't I see my mommy again?
Chima, I want to be free. I'm tired of being locked up all alone in this room. I want to walk past that door and go and spend time with my daughter. Don't you understand? I want to see my daughter.
I need you to understand that you can never leave this room. And you will never spend time with our daughter again.
No, you don't do that. Do what? Just me mommy's cake and now you're licking your fingers. Who does that?
Me? You see, that girl always makes me look bad before her father. I will not take it anymore. I have to put that child in her place. If not, she will destroy my relationship. I can no longer hide the fact that I can't stand any girl around you. I want to be the only girl in your life. I want to be the girl your heart beats for. Please. I will walk out of this relationship and I will not look back.
I'm going to start all over again, and you know that.
Are you seeing someone else? Are you cheating on me? Chima, don't do this! Don't! Chima, don't do this! Chima! No!
You be aside for you, Mama. When I go be aside, I go comot all them kakara for you.
Some they talk say, no mommy want to give Mama a person.
Wetin you want, Priska?
I want to make my people be happy. You know the worry say our people then go vex for you. Say when months reach.
Where aside they do. Not be me start am.
The mommy water kakara. All of them with a full on the demand.
Using me.
go be a sign for Iyi. Make you the hear.
I know be small pikin wey you go dey tell that kind thing.
I no wan be a spy. Our people they need to punch.
You get power wey dey work for you.
People they like story where they make them believe.
Give it up for Nollywood, I beg. That is a movie produced by our own Nollywood, our superstar. Well, too much, I beg. I don't feel shout too much. And that is actually coming to London. I can't wait to see. Well done. Well done. We're proud of you in the industry. Now, viewers, that would be a good place to wrap up the show. Yes, the word of cinema. I'll see you again next week on the show, of course, with another superstar. Before we go, don't forget to hit on the notification bell. Follow us on our social media handles, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and X, and of course, YouTube. Subscribe, hit on the notification bell, and leave us with your comments. We'd love to hear from you. While you are out there, remember to see a movie today. Of course, put a smile on your face and relieve the stress. I'll see you again next week.
Hooray! The next President Show is here again. Are you aged between 18 and 30, smart, bold, and possess exceptional leadership skills? Do you have what it takes to be the next youth governor and future youth president? Then register free now at superiorradioandtelevision.com or call the number on the screen. The next President reality TV show, moving politics out of the polite drawing room into the clamor of the streets.